Hi everyone! So I'm making a video from my car, which is really weird. But it's the only place I can get any privacy anymore. So when I had first made this channel, my plan was to go through my pregnancy and, have all these great videos and learn some things and hopefully have some other people teach me things too. But my life has been totally flipped upside down. About a month ago, my downstairs neighbors, who we already knew were kind of crazy to begin with, well, they were blaring their music all day to the point where everything was shaking in our house. So when it had literally been 12 hours of this music playing, my husband finally went downstairs and was just like, "Hey man, do you think you can turn down the music just a little bit?" The guy freaked out, was cussing at us and threatening at it to us from downstairs all night. The glories and wonders of living in an apartment. So, yeah. Then it was fine for a month, and then I came home and I was on the phone with my mom, and I wasn't even paying attention to him, but he turned his back and he was talking all of this crap about how you gonna tell me to turn my music down? Who do you think you are? You better keep your doors locked. And I was like, what the heck? And I told my husband, I was like, we may need to call the cops, because the only reason we hadn't made a complaint was because it'd be obvious who it was from, and it would just make the situation worse. It really would. I mean, we live right above them. And then the night came. I was in bed, I was really tired, and all of a sudden I just hear yelling. And I look out the blinds of the balcony, and I see this guy has run up into my husband's face. It's 11 o'clock at night, and my husband was just walking our dogs before we went to bed. And then I see him shove him, and I'm like, no, I'm calling the cops. This is ridiculous. So the cops show up, and they talk to the people downstairs, and of course the people downstairs are just like, oh, we don't know what happened. We don't know where that screaming man went. I mean, I don't know. And the guy was hiding from the police, basically. And, the police come upstairs and they basically said, they're threatening you. The guy had yelled at me and said that he was going to hurt me and was cussing me out too, and I've never even spoken to this man before. People be cray. People be cray. Anyway, so the police were just like, just talk to the apartment people. I'm sure they can move you somewhere else, but not everybody's going to get along in an apartment, so you just need to move. And we're like, well, great. That's just freaking fantastic. And so we go to bed, and my thinking is, well, tomorrow's Thursday. I have school, and then I only have work on Friday, and I can go to work from anywhere. So Thursday, we'll get up, my husband will go to work, I'll go to school, and then in the afternoon, we'll grab our stuff, and we'll go stay somewhere. Oh no, did not work like that at all. So throughout the night, every hour, the man, he stayed in his apartment, because if we called the cops again, he could just hide from the cops again, and was cussing us out, saying I know you're awake up there. I know you're awake. You better just wait till you walk your mutts again. It's what the hell is wrong with you? Do you not know you need to see somebody? Because we already knew he cussed out his baby mama or whoever every week. And I wanted to feel sorry from her because I came from a mentally abused home, but oh my god, if your husband's downstairs yelling and threatening to hurt a woman and you're just laughing about it, yes, literally laughing, no. Don't feel sorry for you anymore. So we woke up and I was like, you know what? We need to leave, right now. Right now. We cannot wait any longer. We'll be lucky if we can get out of the house. Hopefully he'll be asleep since he was yelling at us till 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh my god. And, it was a mess. So, now let me fill you in on the other part. Okay, sorry, it was just so freaking hot in my car because I couldn't have the AC on while I was talking. So anyway, so we get up and we luckily get out of the house, and of course we go to the apartment place, and they're closed. I mean, what a surprise, right? Just loveliness. And so I had to go out to my mother-in-law's all by myself, and I've been living there ever since. It's been over a week, and to make a long story very, very short, we talked to the apartment people, and they're like, well, we can move you to another apartment. And it's we don't feel safe. This is such a small apartment complex. We're going to bump into those people again. And they were like, well, we can't blacklist him from the apartment even though he's not on the lease. And even though his baby mama's on Section 8, because he has a kid there, so we can't blacklist him. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? He's like harassing us. So we had to go this past weekend and try and move out all of our stuff, and I had to freaking hide in my own apartment because my family didn't want me to go outside. They were looking for me, and it was ridiculous. His wife was like following us to the car and just watching us load everything up, and then she even had the nerve to talk to my aunt and be like, oh, that's why I would never live on the second floor. I would never live on the second floor because it's just so hard to move. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? And the guy was there, and oh my god, it was a mess. I mean, my cousin, like, looked him straight in the eye. I was like, what the fuck are you looking at? Gotta love your redneck cousins who come to help you move. But we are finally out of the apartment, and the management people weren't very happy about that. But the big thing was we couldn't get that on our credit because the only reason we were in the apartment was to save money because we're planning on getting a house this summer. But we did get it worked out. Someone's going to take over our lease on Friday, and the management people have been absolutely horrible, but we are finally out of that situation and away from this crazy person. And all I could think was, I'm so glad I'm not pregnant right now. Can you imagine, like, the horrors of it all? And now I have to live with my in-laws at least until we're both out of school, which is in 6 weeks. And then we're going to have to look for a house, and oh my god, it's a mess. And so I'm basically driving an hour to work every day, and it's just like, it's sad when, like, the assholes win in the world, you know? But that happens sometimes, and I feel sorry for the poor tenant who's having to move upstairs on Friday, because that was the one good thing we kept thinking was, well, at least we're saving some other tenant from, like, having to deal with this crazy man. But apparently not. He's still gonna live off his baby mama's Section 8 and buy cigarettes and beer all the time, and they have a barbecue every Sunday that I'm sure they're buying with their food stamp money. And like, I have no problem with government assistance, but it really bothers me when you have a newborn and a toddler and it's apparent that you're just spending all of the money on, like, cigarettes and beer, and, like, you don't even watch your kids half the time. You're yelling at each other, threatening that you're going to leave each other every week. Anyway, that's the end of my spiel. I will keep you posted on my crazy life.